he gets it away. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Ryan Fitzpatrick, couple of touchdown passes as his guys win their second straight to start the year. From there, we head up to MetLife Stadium to check on the Jets. And they currently trail in that game against the Jets. Cam. Lastly, see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And as you see, they are currently all tied with the visiting Denver Broncos. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Zach Ertz. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Garoppolo on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Garoppolo to Ayuk, first down 49ers. They'll run right side with Mostert. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
He can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. .35 yards that time on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've got the lead right now, and last week they were able to defeat the Atlanta Falcons here as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Open man has got it, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. His throw incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds for a touchback. Set to trot out there. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his right now from all the work he's getting.
Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on kick it away for the 2nd time. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every just saw there? Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. From the 16, Garoppolo. Javon Hargrave, the D-tackle, getting the sack. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I remember.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. And some room to work. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes about him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
John Simon in on the stop. From the 44, Hurts. Forced out to his left. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
Airing it out deep for Smith.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And down he'll go at the 25.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here comes the 49ers punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
Here comes Rager.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
He'll find the Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle 1st down.
On On first down, Sanders. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Well, we know the guys up front have to protect when it's a pass play, but it's really out wide. Sometimes you're going to swing a tight end or maybe even an offensive tackle to get out there, but most of the time it's fellow wide receivers, and they really weren't up to the task there, were they?
Do you like that call on your own side of the field?
I don't mind that call at all, just about anywhere. But the key is you have to have the confidence, and then they have to execute their blocking assignments. Otherwise, you get the end result we just saw there.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
James has got it. Complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And his throw is incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner 1st down. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there.
Well, that takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Garoppolo now. And this one is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. Completes it to Samuel. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Garoppolo looks to throw. It fights him off. He's going to look deep down the field. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Garoppolo. And now Garoppolo lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
On second and a long way to go. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Hurd. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that, because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
They go play action with Hurts.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play, because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver.
And it's third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Eagles on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 11.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And that's going to open the lead up now to 3 scores at 18-0.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Taking a shot for Samuel. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught.
You're not going to hear Jimmy Garoppolo mentioned among the strongest arms in the league, but that doesn't mean he can't beat you with a long one.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Got a man, that's Ayuk.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. He's going to go up top for the end zone.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. It's an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
46 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 8, and defensively they'll say you can have that.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough. But, yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So for Philadelphia, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.